Imagine a world where every product is designed with sustainability at its core. The Ecodesign for Sustainable Products Regulation, ESPR, is making this a reality in the EU, transforming how products are created and consumed. The ESPR officially entered into force in July 2024 under Regulation-EU 2024/1781. Its purpose is to make sustainable products the new standard across the EU. Unlike the old Ecodesign directive that focused mainly on energy efficiency, ESPR addresses the entire product life cycle, from material sourcing to end-of-life recovery. For every manufacturer, this means durability, repairability, recyclability, and transparency are no longer optional. They're embedded into design. Just like GDPR set global data privacy standards, ESPR is becoming the world's benchmark for sustainable product design. It influences how supply chains operate globally. Any company exporting to the EU must comply, meaning this regulation affects manufacturers in Asia, the Americas, and beyond. By requiring verifiable data through digital product passports, ESPR drives transparency, accountability, and circular design. It also reinforces Europe's strategy for open strategic autonomy, reducing dependency on imported critical raw materials like lithium, cobalt, and rare earths. Under ESPR, design decisions become sustainability decisions. The regulation introduces performance requirements, measurable standards such as durability, recyclability, or recycled content, and information requirements like material composition and repairability scores. For ICT, this translates into modular hardware, easier repair, and longer lifetimes. By addressing the 80% of environmental impact that's determined during design, ESPR drives innovation, not just compliance. In short, designing better means competing better. ESPR has a very broad scope. It applies to almost all physical goods placed on the EU market, with only a few exclusions such as food, medicinal products, living plants and animals, and vehicles already governed under other EU regulations. Everything else, from final consumer goods to intermediate industrial components, can be regulated through delegated acts. This ensures the entire value chain, from materials to finished products, follows circular economy principles. To decide which products come first, the EU's Joint Research Centre analyzed 33 product groups based on environmental impact, market importance, and their relevance to Europe's strategic autonomy. From this, they prioritized 18 groups. These include final goods like textiles, furniture, tires, detergents, cosmetics, and toys, as well as key intermediate materials such as steel, aluminium, plastics, chemicals, and glass. The first ESPR working plan in 2025 will focus on textiles, furniture, tires, steel, and aluminium, the sectors with the highest impact. It will also introduce horizontal requirements for ICT products. Although ICT is not listed as a dedicated product category, the EU treats it as a cross-cutting area because digital devices appear in nearly every sector and rely heavily on critical raw materials. ICT is therefore integrated through horizontal measures linked to the right to repair, the WE directive, the batteries regulation, and eco-label schemes. For ICT manufacturers, this means products must increasingly be designed for resource efficiency, easy repair, upgradability, and material transparency. One of ESPR's most revolutionary tools is the Digital Product Passport, or DPP. Think of it as a digital identity card for every product, a record that holds verified sustainability data, from carbon footprint to spare parts availability. Accessible by scanning a QR code, the DPP makes sustainability transparent, traceable, and measurable. For ICT companies, this is a game changer, turning sustainability data into a competitive advantage for tenders, ESG reporting, and consumer trust. ESPR places strong emphasis on life cycle thinking, or LCT, as the foundation for sustainable product design. LCT looks at the environmental impact of a product from raw material extraction all the way to end-of-life disposal. This helps companies avoid burden shifting, for example, improving energy efficiency while accidentally increasing material toxicity or waste. To support this approach, the EU uses the Product Environmental Footprint, or PEF, which is its standardized life cycle assessment methodology. PEF includes 16 environmental impact categories such as climate change, land use, toxicity, and resource depletion. Using a common method ensures consistency and comparability across products and sectors. For the ICT industry, PEF plays a key role. PEF-based data will be used inside digital product passports. It will support comparative claims in B2B procurement, and it will be required for meeting eco-labels like EPI8, TCO certified, and the EU eco-label. This means ICT manufacturers need to strengthen their internal LCA capabilities or work with specialized partners to meet ESPR's data-driven requirements. By 2030, almost every major product in the EU, including all ICT devices, will require a digital product passport. For companies, early adoption becomes a strategic advantage, opening doors to public tenders, green finance, and stronger market trust. But there are challenges: upfront costs, data governance demands, and the need for consistent compliance across global supply chains. This is where PEF becomes essential. As the EU's official method, it provides the trusted, comparable environmental data that DPPs and ESPR enforcement will rely on. The direction is clear. Sustainability is shifting from a marketing message to a mandatory market entry requirement. By moving early on ESPR, DPP, and PEF, ICT businesses don't just comply, they lead next wave of sustainable innovation. Let's shape the future of sustainable ICT together. Thank you for watching Go ESG channel.